suffer from acne. Adult acne affects 25% of adult men and 50% of adult women at some point in their adult lives. So what should you do if you suffer from acne? Dermatologist Dr. Joel Cohen from About Skin Dermatology is here now with more. And Dr. Cohen, thanks for being here. Now, what causes acne?
Really, acne is caused by three factors: genetics, hormones, and stress. And we see different grades of acne. Unfortunately, most people fall into the mild category. But acne is really clogging of the follicle, and then we have bacteria that really overgrow underneath that area, and then we have a gland that secretes oil that seems to back up as well. And that interplay causes everything from a comedone, a blackhead, to a cyst that can be disfiguring and even cause scarring.
And we heard some quick statistics, and this is more common for adults than most people think.
About 40 million people suffer from acne. It's the most common skin condition that we dermatologists definitely see. And it is something that we can treat. So we really need to educate the public about what to do and when to seek treatment.
And, why, especially, we heard that women, 50% of adult women get it. Why is it more common for women?
It's not just a disease of teenagers and those in their 20s. We really see a lot of it in their 30s, 40s, and even early 50s. And that's really the hormonal influence. And that gland that seems to secrete the oil is very responsive to the hormonal changes that happen in women, especially during those time periods.
And of course, you've kind of given us the basics. Now we want to know how to treat it. What are some steps people can take?
For over-the-counter remedies, if somebody's not pregnant and not nursing, there are some salicylic acid cleansers that can be used. And you want to look for something that's really not an abrasive cleanser. There's benzoyl peroxide creams that can be used also in those situations where somebody's not pregnant or nursing. There are many different cleansers and creams that say on them non-comedogenic or oil-free or something that doesn't promote acne, and those are good things to use, especially if you're dry or irritated from those types of products. But as people progress from more mild to moderate acne and they start to get pimples that are more visible or cysts, then they really should seek a dermatologist, because there's a tremendous amount of anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem in many studies that are associated with having acne, and that type of acne is what leads to scarring. And acne scarring can now be treated with many different types of lasers, but we just really don't want it to get to that point.
So, if you have a really kind of a zit here or there, you can try those over-the-counter medications. But if it becomes, you're noticing a more common problem, you should talk to a doctor.
Right, but picking, squeezing, and manipulating are not a good idea. They can cause discoloration to the area, and they can actually end up causing significant scarring.
Now, we hear a lot, these old wives' tales about, how eating bad foods can cause acne. Is that stuff true?
A lot of those things have been largely debunked, but there is some new evidence that things that have a high glycemic index, and then secondly, things that may have a milk component could be associated with acne, but the jury's still out and there's still quite a bit of controversy about that.
All right, good information on adult acne, a problem a lot of people, more people than you think, actually are suffering with. Dr. Joel Cohen, thank you so much for being here this morning. Appreciate that information.
My pleasure.
Tom, back to you.
All right, yeah.